everybody, this is Young Living Diamond Sarah Harnish, and you just saw me 10 minutes ago, but I'm back again because we're actually doing the training for tonight. So tonight's a super simple training. We are going through the Game Plan Oil script book, and this is our mini night. So this is the night where we go through this little humzinger right here. The neat thing about the mini is that you can use the same book for 25 classes. And a way that I've been using this with my teams is I invite them and then I say, hey, why don't you circle what else you're interested in while I'm teaching the class? I hand out pencils and they go through the fun. I'm like, you can check off the very first class and I'm going to give you a freebie just for coming to that class. But each time you come, you're going to earn more points towards something a little bit bigger, just as a thank you for showing up. So circle the classes that you are most excited about. Then I take a glance at their book just to see what things they want to learn. And I make sure I offer those classes in the next 30 days. And then I invite them. So it's been really, really helpful because the inside of the book lists all 25 classes that you can teach. These are all 25 classes out of the script book. And I love that because we're actually seeing people show up for more than one class. So we call them one kit wonders, where they get on your team, they get one kit, and then you just don't see them again. They don't place another order. You can't get them to come to a class. You try texting them, calling them, can't get them to show up. What if you got them excited while they were in the class? Like the very first class that they showed up in, the one where they got the starter kit, or the one where they bought a product that they were really stoked about. What if you got them in that moment? All right, and got them to come to another class. So we got Vicky from Michigan and Romer from Brooklyn, New York City. So glad to have you guys on tonight. So this is a nice short class. You guys like the white sauce that I just showed you in a video a couple minutes ago? That one's super, super cool recipe and so much better for you than the garbage from the store. Just not good for you. So we talked a little bit about how to use the mini in your class. That's how I use it, especially to get people to return to classes. Now we're going to take a look at the inside. So every single mini has 4 components to it, every single script. There's a remembering the class section. There's a heart message. There's an action step that tells them what to do. And then there's a little section that tells them what to order. So we're just going to kind of go through this together. Helen says it looks delicious. I just finished eating. It was super good. I had so much broccoli in my teeth that I had to scrub my teeth before I went live. Marlissa says, I got my gift in the mail with the amazing books from you. Thank you so much. I feel blessed. Well, thank you for getting on and giving your time. I never, ever, ever take you guys for granted. I'm so thankful for your orders. I'm thankful for you talking to your teams about my books. I'm thankful for you using my tools and resources. It's never something that I take for granted, ever. But it is a blessing to my husband and I. And so we just want to say thank you. And a way that we do that is by doing some giveaways and just saying that we appreciate you guys. So what are some things I want you to remember from the 111 class? We taught that yesterday. If you missed it, you can just go back down in the videos and on this page, just scroll down a couple videos and you'll see the whole class laid out. I would recommend that you share those with your teams so that they get some supplements training. It's a whole class in 45 minutes. So remembering the class. There are 3 things that you can do daily for a physical, spiritual, and mental reset: pray and read the Bible, work out, and take supplements. Those are 3 things that I do that just really completely supercharge and recharge me. A 30-minute walk each day is good for you because it reduces the risk of chronic disease. It can improve digestion, bowel function. It can alleviate joint pain. It helps you lose weight, and it helps you to sleep better at night. A Kushi Institute analysis of nutrient data from 1975 to 1997, so it's only 22 years, found that calcium levels in 12 vegetables dropped 27%, iron dropped 30%, and vitamin C dropped 30%. So the food that we're eating today is not the same food that our grandparents ate or our great-grandparents. I mean, you would have to eat 8 oranges today to get the same amount of vitamin C that even people 2 generations ago were getting. So if you question the validity of supplements, properly sourced supplements, I would really, really challenge you to change that thinking because it's just not the same food that we were eating even a generation or 2 ago. Supplements are not about curing disease. People think that they're going to take a supplement and then all of a sudden all this stuff is going to go away. It's not going to go away because of the supplement. It's going to go away because the body has the building blocks to do what it needs to do its own fighting. So imagine that it's deficient in vitamin B and it doesn't have the energy to produce the things that it needs to produce to fight stuff in the body or to help you lose weight or to burn fat, right? Yeah, we don't work as hard as our elders either. That's true. Very, very true. Although today I walked like 10 miles, so I'm feeling pretty good today. But that's definitely not every day. So supplements are more about supporting the body so that it can do what it was created to do, so that it can work the way that God created the body to work. What types of supplements are out there? Well, some will detox the system, systems in your body. It'll clean everything out. You can use supplements for targeted support, like liver support or gallbladder support or digestive support, right? Any of our enzymes are really good for digestive support. You can use them for stress management. You can use them for handling the day-to-day grind. So my core 4 supplements are Ningxia, Essential Zymes 4, Omega Guys, and Life 9. So in a nutshell, antioxidants, enzymes, omegas, and probiotics. Like those are my building blocks that I step off of, that I do other things from, but those are usually the ones that I take every single day. And so Ningxia is just chugging a liquid. Enzymes is, if you're taking Essential Zyme, that's 1 pill. Omega Guys, 1 or 2 pills, and Life 9, 1 or 2 pills. So you're looking at really 5 pills an entire day. And that to me is very, very manageable. And I see noticeable differences when I'm taking supplements consistently. You can't take them for a day or two and be like, oh, I didn't feel anything. I guess it just doesn't work, right? It's not it takes time to build your system up. It's been a lot of time to damage your system, right? And tire your system out. So I would say, it takes 4 months for every cell in your body to be replaced. So I would say you really should be on a supplement for 4 months before you can make an educated decision on whether or not you think that the supplement is working or not. And then go off of it for a week and see how you feel. And if you notice any changes in your body. Hi, Judy. It's good to see you. And Shirley. Gail says, I need Super B today. I'm tired on waking. So at a glance, benefits of the core 4. So Omega Guys keeps everything oiled, keeps it working well. It helps cells communicate. So if you just Google the benefits of omegas 3s, 6s, 9s, 12s, you'll be like, what? Life 9 contains 17 billion with a B, live cultures. It's good bacteria to balance the bad bacteria that's in your gut. Probiotics promote healthy digestion. They support gut health. They help maintain normal intestinal function and your immune system. They work to reduce the severity of certain allergies and skin issues. Probiotics are amazing, amazing. Assist with digestion, provide immune support a healthy weight. Probiotics are one of the very best things that you can do for your health. Like if I had to pick one thing, it might be a toss-up between probiotics and enzymes, because those 2 supplements, I've seen more difference in my personal, health journey with those 2 supplements than probably just about anything else. Ningxia, high in antioxidants, amino acids, proteins, good sugar. It's natural sugar found in the fruit. It converts from acid to alkaline in the gut. It protects your body from free radicals. It's a macronutrient and bioavailable to the body. It's in liquid form, so the body can absorb it very quickly. And then Essential Zyme 4 is an enzyme that creates chemical reactions in the body. Enzymes will build muscle. Muscle eats fat, right? It's a good thing to have enzymes in your body. They destroy toxins. They break down food particles during digestion. If you have partially digested food, you may want to look into taking an enzyme, like watch your poo and see if it looks the way that it should look. And if it doesn't look the way that it should look, you might need some enzymes, right? They help you pull the nutrients out of your food. Yeah, 17 billion in a capsule. You're right. They also help to decrease inflammation in the body. So enzymes are amazing. So other key points from this class. Taking so many supplements can be very overwhelming to the body. My advice is to do what your body wants and take it as needed. And maybe that's just a really blue personality statement to tell you guys. But, on days if you're having a gag reflex, skip your supplements that day. Take them with Ningxia. Give yourself a reward for getting them down, like a snack that you really love. Take them at a time of day that works best for you. Take a hiatus for a week with a change of the seasons, maybe 4 times a year, just to give your liver a little break. Just kind of catching your breath for a little bit. Joan, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the really kind words tonight. So great kids supplements. We actually talked about kids supplements in this class too. Mighty Zymes, which is enzymes. Mighty Vites, which are vitamins. Unwind, which is magnesium, and adults can take that too, by the way. Mighty Pro, which are probiotics, and Ningxia. So we have almost every supplement except for omegas. The kids have the same supplements that the adults have. Every cell in your body completely replaced every 4 months. We talked about that. So how do you know if a supplement's working? Well, the best way is to test a supplement by letting it build in your system and then go without it. Because the cells take about 4 months to replace, I'd go 4 months on a supplement so that every cell in your body has been properly trained with the right information, and then go off the supplement for a week and see how good you feel. Because then you can really assess the benefits for your body and also keep really good records of how you feel as well. It's hard to know if a supplement's working unless you're writing down your journey. Okay, so the second part of the mini, if you just popped on, Crystal says, I take and like Mighty Pro. That's awesome. I love it. You're taking those kid supplements and just soaking them up, right? So, heart message. This is just a why behind the training. This is me sitting down with the person that was in your oils class or your supplements class or whatever class you just taught, and just sitting there and saying, listen, this is why this topic matters. This is why it's really important. May I be completely open? I'm just reading to you from the mini here. May I be completely open, real, and raw with you for just a moment. I hate supplements and I hate swallowing pills. And if I'm truly honest, I'm flighty and I rarely stick with something that requires routines. I am not a routine girl. I am not an instruction follower. If your life depended on me doing what I am told to do and doing it every day the same way, you are in grave danger. You should run, right? You should run the other way. So in December of 2020, I contracted COVID-19. Many of you guys followed my COVID story. And I'm still dealing with some of the after effects of getting that virus, some racing heart and, occasional COVID headaches and fatigue and all of that kind of stuff. The line in my brain is still not totally back to normal. I had not just COVID, but 2 brain infections on top of COVID. So it was a really rough couple of months and touch and go for a while. But my entire home came down with COVID. Every single member of my extended family, more than 20 people, got it, and they were over it within 4 days. All 20 of them, every single person. Even my husband, who has 6 strains of Lyme's disease, he was over COVID in 4 days. I went through 87 days of a low-grade fever. And, and when I say low-grade, I mean, it was still over 100 to 102, right? My heart, even now, 6 months later, can still race to 140, 150 beats a minute. If I go and do a workout, it can do 180, 185 beats a minute. So, I keep an eye on it. I caught 2 brain infections on top of COVID, and that created a domino effect and just started taking down my body, and it shook me deeply. At 43 years old, even a very healthy 43, I told you I almost walked 10 miles today. I realized that I am not beyond a life-threatening illness if the right conditions happen. And I never want to be in that situation again, not ever. So I've done a lot of self-evaluation the last 4 months saying, what do I need to do to my gut? What do I need to do as far as diet changes and that kind of stuff to make sure that I'm getting the right nutrients that I need so that this never happens to me ever again. And it was not because I didn't take care of myself. I mean, my family, we spent about $750 a week in organic food for all 7 of us living under my roof. And that doesn't include my grandkids and my adult kids. We drop things off with them all the time. I'm sleeping 8 to 10 hours a night. I retired from my job anchoring news. So I'm no longer anchoring at 4 o'clock in the morning, 40 plus hours a week. I run 5 miles several times a week. I walk 4 miles with my husband every single day. So why did I get such a rough case? If I'm eating relatively well, I don't want to paint a picture that I don't, that I eat perfectly. I don't eat perfectly, but our diet is pretty decent. So why did I get such a rough case? Well, there's 3 reasons. Number 1, gut health. I like chocolate and I like sugar. And I have been fighting a raging candida infection for about 20 years. Now, keep in mind, that was after having almost 400 grams of sugar a day for like 15 straight years. I grew up on processed food. I lived in the projects for 12 years. There were days we lived only on chocolate pudding for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because that's what the food pantries had. So, I was drinking 3 64-ounce Mountain Dews every single day. So the candida overgrowth happened in my 20s, my teens and my 20s. And I spent the last 10 years trying to keep it at bay. And I've done a great job. You wouldn't recognize my face 10 years ago. It was covered in cystic acne and my shoulders and my spine. I've done a really, really good job. But I can see a lot of places in my body where it's not gone yet. Like case in point, here's my toe. Okay, this is part of that systemic candida infection that I'm still fighting. And there's other places in my body too where I'm still battling it a little bit. So I need better discipline when it comes to a few foods that I really like that Candida also loves. So I don't want you guys to step back and be like, oh, Sarah Harnish, she eats perfect and she never makes any mistakes. That's so not true. And my journey has been a very long journey. I mean, just the food alone has been almost 12 years for me to learn how to cook some of the things like the video that I just showed you. If you didn't have a chance to go check out the last video, I showed you what I had for dinner tonight and the difference between a processed jarred white sauce versus something with lemon in it and bone broth in it and all sorts of good things for you. So, I mean, that's one reason. Number two is stress. I tend to push myself harder than other members of my family. And I had just come off of 7 weeks of writing, 20 hours a day. I was getting maybe 4 hours of sleep a night to put the script book together. And that's the big mama version of this little tiny mini book. And that's what I train on Tuesday nights is the script book. So part of it is, poor choices and time management and all of that. And then the third thing, and I really do believe this is a critical component to being strong, is supplements. I mean, while my husband and my kids are very faithful with their probiotics, they're faithful with their enzymes, they're faithful with everything. I know my kids are faithful because I lay it out for them every single night. I go down to my kitchen counter and I lay out all of their supplements, and yet I don't always lay out mine. All right. My husband, he takes his like 5 times a day. The guy is just so good about supplements. But I'm not. And so I managed to remember maybe a few times a month. And since COVID, it's probably been 5 times a week. I'll remember to take it. But what I found is their guts are strong, they're healthy, they're stable, their immune systems bounce back quickly. But because of my lack of good habits and because I can't get everything that I need from food alone, I took a much bigger hit. Now, I'm not saying that supplements alone will get you over a nasty virus. I'm not painting that picture. But what they will do is they will set the stage for your body to be stronger to do its own fighting, right? How much stronger is your body going to be with magnesium? And how much stronger is it going to be with enzymes? And how much stronger is it going to be, with probiotics and good gut bacteria? Like, it's going to be a stronger system. So when you get hit with things, your body does the fighting. The supplements don't just, wield swords and start fighting viruses and bacteria off. That's not how supplements are designed to work. Your body fights. But if you can strengthen the body, right? It's like when the United States comes to the aid of Britain and we don't enter the war, but we provide battleships and guns and soldiers and like all the things, right? That's basically what you're doing when you're taking supplements. And so they really do set the stage for your body to be stronger than it would be. Supplements will help hydrate you. They will flush things out of your system so that your body can do the fighting on its own terms without being depleted. And so I just wanted you guys to know a little bit of my journey and why I think I got COVID-19 so bad. And I do think part of it was my lack of discipline and my lack of self-control, like not saying no to the chocolate, not saying no to the desserts, not saying no to the sugar, pushing myself too hard where my family was getting 8 hours of sleep and I'm getting 4, and then not being consistent and developing a routine with supplements. So these are all things that I've tried very hard to correct in the last couple of months, which you saw by my video. John and I were out for 10 hours today and I walked in the door and it took me an hour to make dinner, but I did it, right? I sat down and I did it. I didn't just go buy the jarred sauce at the store. Like, I did the things I needed to do to take care of myself. Took my supplements this morning. I will take them tonight. I took them last night. I realized that it's really time to up my game and stop being a sissy, because I was being a sissy. I never, ever, ever want to get as sick as I was in January and February ever again. No 42-year-old should be that sick that's running, 30 miles a week. Like, they should never be that sick. So one of the things that's changed for me in my journey is my faithfulness to supplementation. So, let's be real. As moms, we're kind of last on the list when it comes to health, right? We get our shoes last, we get everything last, right? Everybody is taken care of before we are. So can you do me a favor this year? And this is just me, mama, Sarah Harnish, sitting down, talking to you, Janine and Christina and Peggy and everybody who's on here right now. I just want to talk to you as a mama, as a woman, as the person that's last on the list, just like you guys are last on the list, right? Do me a favor this year, coming from a mom of 5 and from a Lolly, that's my grandma name, to 3. Would you take 2 minutes a day and just take a couple supplements? I don't even care what the Lord convicts you to take, whether it's Ningxia, whether it's enzymes, it doesn't matter. You're going to fight harder for those around you when you are strong. The captain of the army cannot command their men when they're on the ground. So when you take better care of you, it's part of the whole picture of keeping your family safe, because your safety will keep them strong. So that's what's printed inside the mini. If you want your team reading stuff like that, and you want your future team reading stuff like that, then I would, I'm using these in my classes because I can't convey all of that to them when we're sitting in a class, right? But they can go home and they can read this. It's a page, page or two. They can go home and read this at night when they're alone and really get that conviction, that heart message of, okay, this is something I need to change. Like, this is something that I need to get better at. I know I'm not on a routine doing these things. And coming to you as a super blue personality, that's me, right? Super blue. I have been faithful with my supplements, and it was something I didn't think that I could do. And, part of it is just being strategic and putting it in my path so I don't forget to do it, setting alarms on my phone and saying, Sarah, it literally takes you 72 seconds to take these 5 pills. Like, just go do it. Go do it. You don't need that 72 seconds of sleep. You're not going to die losing 72 seconds of your day to go do this. Like, I know you're thinking about the 10 other things you got to do to get where you need to go on time, but take those 70 seconds for you. Right? Take the 70 seconds for you. So what to order? Ningxia 2-pack, if you're starting with Ningxia, Omega Guys, Essentials Line 4, Life 9. And then I always give them some action steps. That's the 4th part of the mini. So start a supplement. I recommend that you add only 1 new supplement a month and record how you feel. If you do them all at once, you're not going to know which one's impacting you the most. You can do this. You are worth fighting for. You are worth fighting for. Coming from a COVID-19 survivor, right? You are worth fighting for. And then I would say start a member of your family on a supplement, either your spouse or your kids. Start them on something, and then make sure that you return for the gut health, the Ningxia, or the enzymes class, because those classes really complement what we're training in the supplements class. And so that is the mini for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the training. Tomorrow night, you don't want to miss it, because we're going to hash out how to bring this script to life. And that would be the workbook. So we're going to get the Game Plan script, Oil Script Book workbook out, class 111. And I'm going to give you some specific tangible action steps, DIYs, rare bonus training. It's really good stuff, really good content, and a little shorter than the classes to get through. So it's not a heavy commitment of time, but I pray that this is just such a blessing to your teams. One of the things that I started doing this week was going through some of my people that are zeros, or my people on the legs I'm trying to beef up a little bit this fall. And I've been sending them a script book, or I've been sending them a mini if I haven't heard from them in a long time. If they're a faithful orderer, then I'll send them the whole script book. I pick like 5 people a month, and I just get it in the mail and say, hey, thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for faithfully ordering on Loyalty Rewards. This is my thank you to you. May this help you to continue your oily education. I believe in you. Which class do you want to hear first, right? And just get them really excited. Okay, let me pick a couple winners for some minis. Lisa Shirley, your winner number 1 for 10 minis. Let's see who else we got here. Judy Menzie, your winner number 2 for 10 minis. Mary Westfall, your winner number 3 for 10 minis. And Savannah Emmerich, your winner number 4 for 10 scriptbook minis. So go ahead and email me at oilabilitywithsarah@gmail.com, and our team will get those out for you. Many of you guys have asked some really good questions, so I will go back tonight and I will type answers to your questions so that you have those answers. All right. I appreciate you guys, and I'll pop on 8:30 tomorrow night. We'll go through the workbook. And I hope that this book really is a blessing to you guys and your teams. My goal is just to get you to start somewhere. Be convicted that you matter, that you're worth that time to take a couple of supplements. You're worth fighting for. And the discipline and the self-control is worth it. Coming from a COVID-19 survivor with 2 brain infections, like, the discipline and consistency is worth it. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Congratulations to our winners. Bye.